we have a badge here for you.
So, without further ado, our first distinguished speaker is Mr. Vernon Duport from Roden Schwartz. Is the Manager, Marketing and Technical Sales Business Unit Broadcast Test and Measurement from Roden Schwartz.
So, this morning I would like to tell you something about the analysis of DOCSIS 3.1 signals on the physical layer. So nowadays DOCSIS 3.1 is a subject which is considered by several network operators, by manufacturers of components, network components. But maybe you have heard something already in theory, but we've never seen any examples of the signal based on measurement screens and so on. My lecture is divided in two parts as a kind of warm-up. I will start with the question.
Mr. Mike Thornton, President of the SCTE, on an economic model for delivering broadband to SMA TV and other small cable systems. Mike has been an engineer almost all of his professional life.
It's a pretty place, very typical English village, and we've been running our internet service provision using wireless technology for more than 10 years. Our primary delivery technology is radio systems operating now in the 5.8 gigahertz band, which is a very clear line of sight requirement between the radio points for connection. Woodcote's on a hill, which is very convenient for us because on top of the hill there's a communications mast.
Our next speaker is David Todd, the Senior Director of Sales, EMA ATX Network, with a presentation, the impact of the head-end RF management on future 1.2 gigahertz network architectures. David is the Senior Director of EMA Sales.
My intention today is to talk particularly about head-end RF management. That's the splitting and combining of broadcast and narrowcast signals on the RF level in a head-end. So we'll start with a quick simplified architecture just to identify what specific part of the network we're talking about. And then go into some of the implications of CCAP, which is replacing CMTS and edge QAMs, as well as DOCSIS 3.1, the extended bandwidth and higher QAM modulations that come along with that, and how that impacts our planning.
The little bit of paper you signed with all the small print on it, it's a fairly standard industry form of words. It basically says if you make a mistake, it's your fault. If we make a mistake, it's your problem, and we think that's fair enough. We have to put smiles on your faces. You are not allowed to leave here without one of those today. So let's see how we do with you. But there's a serious side to what goes on here, and that is what this activity and safety briefing is all about.
third party. Now we are quite grateful it was a woman that stole the car because she came across a few problems that needed to be addressed. She had a blockage in her fuel pipe and she unblocked that by using her hat pin. She had an electrical insulating problem on one side.
Ronald and Rosemary are very comfortable, thank you very much. The poor old mother gets to go to Australia. So that is our 1937 173.